Hello, everyone. My name is Jacob Morris. I'm just a regular Joe. Uh, I love chess. Been playing chess forever. I'm 40 now. I don't know when I started, maybe when I'm three. Uh, I don't really seem to get any better. Uh, it is just so hard to get better at chess, I think. I'm a lowly 1200. Uh, so I'm just an average Joe who loves to play chess. Um, I thought if I share my games and share my thought process, maybe it will make me a better player. Uh, so if I put it out there for all the world, that's gotta help. So let's try to get a game here. Um, I'd like to do 15-10. I actually have trouble getting a matchup on Lee chess. Doing Lee chess here because uh you only get I don't have the premium account on chess.com, so you only get so many account reviews. People say a slower time is better to improve, but here we go. Get a game. Playing Jashina, and I get white, and I like to have white. I pretty much always play the same thing. I play the London when I have white, and I play the Karo Khan when I have black. And of course, my win rate is slightly higher with white. It's probably true for everybody. Anyway, so the beginning, I pretty much know what to do. So obviously, he's attacking this pawn, and we defend it with the E pawn. And I could defend it with the C pawn, but it actually works better for the C pawn to protect this diagonal and protect the king. Okay. Fast game so far. Yeah, so people say play slower time controls so you can improve your game better. And I try to, but I mean I do it, but I just move my pieces so fast anyway. I just have a ton of time left over. So what's the point of playing a slow time control if you aren't using the time? Okay, so he moved his pawn. Uh, Definitely, I would say he's out of my knowledge, right? Like he's done moves that are not standard for this opening. He's blocked in his bishop, so that's gotta be good for me. Um, Technically, I don't know. I certainly don't think this is threatening. Obviously, one of the main ideas with the London is that if I get this bishop on d3 and I still have this knight on f3 and it gets a pawn right here, it's a pretty good fork. He doesn't look in danger of doing that right now. So I'm still just going to try to get my bishop to this square. Once I do, he'll probably push his pawn forward and attack. So I'm going to create a little escape square for the bishop. So the bishop can go here And then when he's attacked by the pawn, retreat. Okay. I don't know if I'm going too slow. It's definitely different for me trying to talk out my moves. Okay. So obviously he's attacking the B2 pawn. There's like tricky things you can do here, but I don't really know about them. Uh, so like obviously I can move my queen here to protect the pawn, but then that takes away the idea that I wanted the bishop to go here and then retreat. So, uh an obvious way to defend is just to push the pawn, leaves leaves my C pawn weak, but is not currently a problem at least. I have the confirm move on. I recommend it. Obviously, that has helped a lot. Uh, it's almost a cheat. On chess.com, they only let you do it on the mobile app. It's like you can see your move before you move. So it's a blunder preventer for sure. Okay, he attacks that pawn. Okay, so I mean that bishop. There's two options. Either I retreat the bishop back, trying to create an open file, or I block with the knight. Uh, and the thing is, I feel like so if you create this open file for the rook, then you have to castle queenside, and I feel like I've messed that up by pushing this pawn. Maybe he did that on purpose. So in this case, I'm going to choose the knight going forward. It's usually pretty good if you can tell the f6 knight to beat it, because he's a big defender of the king. He'll kingside castle here, and it's hard to get anything done with that knight there. Uh-huh. There he goes, kingside castling. Hmm. Uh, okay. I've been trying to get this bishop out and get him out. I shall. I'm starting to worry that I'm down to 11 minutes, but that's actually plenty of time. Plus, we have an increment. So let me remind myself I don't need to be in a hurry. Okay, do I like it so far? I mean, the game. I like my pawn structure to be perfect. Right. So I don't like this backwards pawn. I c I'll probably push it at some point and try to get rid of that weakness. Okay. Now, if he takes here, I hope he takes there because then he will fall victim to a fork from my pawn. It's a it's the only little trappy thing I do. Um, and people still fall for it every once in a while. But me, I'm a stickler for developing before I attack. So I'm going to develop my last minor piece here. And here's hoping he falls for my one little trap. It's not really a trap because I don't expect him to take. Oh, he did it, guys. Whoa. Now, when people fall for that, it's almost an automatic win, but I need to not let my guard down. Because me, like many of you, I lose a lot of games when I'm ahead because I let up. But yes, we are going a piece up. This is good news. I'm not even sure which piece I want more. So, whatever he wants to do. I mean, technically, bishops are better, but if I take the knight, I I'm getting rid of a key defender. This is a very strong knight. It's stronger than your average knight. And I would probably be messing up his king's pawn structure. Okay, so I would have taken the knight. But he tells me to take the bishop, and now it might be worth it to take the knight, mess up the pawn structure if he lets me. Okay. That leads to me winning a pawn because we have two attackers and he has but one defender. So this is great. We'll have both the bishops and be up a piece. This is looking good. Haven't castled yet. I should really do that. I've been too busy getting ahead on material. So I don't like that this bishop's not defended. I don't like that this pawn is not defended. I don't like that my king is not castled, but why am I complaining? I am up 3 points of material. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Well, that makes sense. He's preventing my king from castling. So, as much as I want to castle, good thing is I can block with the bishop, and that doesn't lose me any tempo. Gosh, if I were him, I'd move this pawn forward and attack both bishops at the same time. Darn it, I've let myself fall into that. Okay, he didn't see it, which is great. Uh, okay, so he is attacking this pawn, but once I castle, that'll be protected, and he's not attacking anything else. So finally, it's my time to castle. Woohoo! Okay, so let's think about what's next while he's moving. We can fly this queen out here and attack there, but what does that get us? Okay, now I don't mind that he's doing that. Uh, some people say Ben Gold F6 will weaken your king. Uh, but I don't know about that. He'll probably be fine. Because I don't know how to punish it. But what I like, why I like to see this is now I have every reason to bring my bishop back to where he's defended. I did not like him not being defended, so I'll just bring him all the way back. He helps protect the king. He is guarded. I mean, one. Okay, okay, okay. Well, I can develop the queen, and that gives me a battery here attacking this pawn. He'll probably move it forward. That's what I expect to see. See, he trapped in this bishop early, and it's still biting him. I mean, he's only got one minor piece and it hasn't been able to move. That practically blocks his bishop more, but it does block mine as well. Now, I could actually probably get away with this pawn push. I've got two defenders. He would have two attackers, and that means he couldn't take. I'm tempted to move a rook first, though. So let me think about that. No, I'm going to be more aggressive. My style, I like to just, my style isn't great. I like to just optimize pieces, wait for the enemy to throw themselves at my perfectly placed pieces and hope their attack falls apart. That's like what I like to see happen. And I know to get a higher rating, I need to be more aggressive. So I consider this the more aggressive move. Aha, okay, okay, okay. Uh-huh, okay, okay, okay. Uh, so, yes, this is good. I was aggressive. And shoot, I have blundered. Checkmate. Ah! Do you see what has happened here? I was ahead. I was feeling cocky. I didn't look at what he was threatening. Ah, guys, this is the worst. Well, obviously, we have to go to the analysis board. Go ahead, go. Let's let's see this graph. Yeah, this will tell you I was way winning. White was way winning until the very end. Ugh. Here was my blunder. Should have moved that rook first. Should have listened to my instincts. Darn it all. All right. Well, live and learn. Guys, it is so hard to get better at chess. Let's try one more. Oh, that hurts. Don't you hate it when you're ahead and you make one little mistake and it loses you the game? I mean, that game was mine. I'm sure you guys have been there. Mm. Can I shake it off? Okay, blacklist time. Now, I told you guys I always play Carl Khan when I play black. And I've been mess. I know you can do this at the higher levels, but basically, I've been playing it no matter what White's opening is. It usually transitions into the same positions. So I mean, obviously, a C pawn opening is very strange. You don't see it too much. Ugh, guys, I don't know if I can get over that. I bet I'm gonna lose this game because I am tilted from losing the last one. First, first game playing on YouTube. Big loss. Ah, all right. Where do I want? What do I want from my bishop? We're obviously far from the Karo Khan. I just want to move this bishop out of the pawn chain. If I move here to g4, it's really no good because he just boots me out with a pawn immediately. And I guess don't move to where you can be booted immediately. So, booted immediately. So f5 is the plan. Just trying to get that bishop out so I can move my e pawn forward one. If I get a win here, I'll be happy. This opponent is slightly lower rated. Life of Rosie. I'm going to say this opponent may be female because it has Rosie in the username, but I don't know. Could be this opponent is named Rose or Roseanne or something, which is a female name. Okay. Oh, right. Oh, guys, I can't get over it. I'm just still feeling bad. I need a win to recover. I can't end on that note. Okay. So He moves out his knight. He's probably just developing it. Let's think briefly about attacks. Am I worried about the knight on either of those squares? Uh, well, actually, if he moved to e5, it would be pretty annoying because he's supported by a pawn. I don't have a pawn ready to pass him away. But still, I'll just do what I would normally do. It's not a huge threat. So just pushing that pawn forward like I planned. And then, of course, we need to get the knight and the bishop out. Okay, he's just developing the bishop. Nothing to be scared of. And do I want to move knight or bishop first? All things being equal, they say knights first. Okay. He castles. Obviously defensive. So I still think we have no immediate threats. We might have a slow player on our hands here, like me, that likes nice quiet moves. Okay. So I guess here people like to do that. He'll probably do that immediately, get that pawn chain going, and I'll come back here. That's the plan. Just like with the London, you can see how I had a very similar game in the last plan, and it works out okay, usually. Yeah, still, still feeling the loss. Nothing beautiful is happening with this game yet. Almost seems like a boring game. We're both doing quiet moves. I should perhaps be more aggressive. But, I'm not ready. I'm like, I like to set up the pieces and then unleash an attack. So I'm moving much slower than usual. So that's good. Uh-huh. Oh, that's common. I should have thought about that. That is very common for people to want to attack this bishop. And he's pretty much trapped, right? Uh, but I mean, it's knight for bishop, so could be worse. It's not the end of the world. What looks like will work in this game is I'll move my bishop back. He'll take. I'll take with the pawn, and then I'll have this open file, and everything looks fine over on my queen side to be able to castle queen side. Uh, so let's do that. Okay. And I'm thinking about, obviously, I'll have to move the queen out of the way, and I want to move her here so that the bishop can move back when he attacks. So that's what I'm likely to do after this exchange. A lot of people like to leave it for a while. Like you'll have that option later. Okay, so, okay. Take your time, Jacob. Think about his move. Think about his move. Is he just developing that bishop? Well, knowing this girl, what I've seen so far, she is like me in just developing a piece. However, let me think about what it would look like if this pawn moves forward. He'd have that big, beautiful white center. Uh, and it looks fine. That bishop doesn't really have any threats, and of course, okay, I'm thinking, obviously, if I move this knight, my F knight, like right there, my queen would be threatening his knight. So I move there, he moves there, and I could take the bishop if that gets me anything. I mean, this is a pretty crappy bishop right now, even though bishops are considered worth more. That's not a very good bishop. So for now, it's the quiet life for me. Now, I don't know if I want to castle queenside before he takes this bishop. Because what if he doesn't? Will I look like a fool? I guess castling queenside still works. I guess if I do my idea and move my knight out, I force this knight to make a decision. So that's good. Okay. All right. So I might castle queenside. So I think that means I want to take this way. Have more pawns in front of my king if I castle queenside. I wasn't expecting that pawn move. Oh, brother, have you not heard? Knights on the rim are rim. All right, let's just see if he's threatening anything. Obviously, that's guarded by the pawn. That's guarded by two pieces, three pieces. So I do not know why. Could it be he wants to move his bishop there and stop me from kingside castling? I don't know, but I'm going to go with this plan, threatening the knight. So he will either have to take the bishop or move away. Because I want to know. Ooh, he didn't do it. That's a free piece. Woo-hoo. And I'm also threatening mate because of this. A bishop. So he'll have to respond to that. Wow, guys. Wow. Now, if I lose this game after going up a piece, like the last game, I am going to freak out. Okay, this is now a must win. It is time to dial in. Okay, now, now let me think about this. The decision I'm making now is do I want to castle queenside or kingside? He's got, I mean, it's looking, I'm going to say kingside simply because he's got more attacking pieces over on the king side, queen side. Okay, here we go. The king is safe. I'm up a piece. You know, maybe I should have taken this bishop because I'm up a piece. But castling's good. You know, I won't regret it. Okay, so how do we get another piece in the game? What they say is hard for beginners to do, and I won't say it's easy for me, is rook lifts. I would love to have a rook involved here. Okay. And there's no potential for my queen to get trapped. She can always come back. So let's try to get a rook in the game. Get your rook in the game. Let's go. It's time. It's time to bring out the boys. Okay. Oh no. This is a double attack, folks. Ugh. But if I move here, at least I threaten mate when I recapture. Not that I'll be able to actually mate him, but okay. But I'm no longer a piece up. I will be a pawn up. I will have the better position. You can see here the mate I'm threatening. And what? He'll probably move that pawn up. Oh, interesting. Okay. Now, this pawn is pinned. It cannot move, but it has another defender. So, could keep going with the rook lift. This pawn is free and it's check, and it would put another attacker on the bishop. So, kinda, I could think about it harder, but it seems like a no-brainer. I mean, it does put another attacker on, but it also unpins this pawn, so it's not like I can do anything. Okay, if I go here, I'm threatening mate. Now I gotta move. Okay, so I will talk less. This would be mate. If he moves the pawn, he moves his pawn, then this bishop can be taken. This guy, this girl, I think it's a girl, is probably hoping to win on time. So I'm going to try to talk less. Am I going to try to think less? Probably as well. Ah ha 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 ha. He hung it. He hung me. Guys, we get the win. Okay. Whew. Okay. Well, that was a happy ending. Uh, I came up with sneaky ideas and my opponent didn't see them. Luckily, I still feel bad about that loss, though. It was a brutal one. I might be feeling it for a while. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Jacob Morris. This has been Some Guy Playing Chess.